losing my little brother, there's nothing like, I mean, he was my only sibling, and he was my younger sibling, and it was my job to protect him. And when I lost him, I felt like I lost half of my soul. I remember just saying to somebody, and it hadn't even been a year, and I was like, don't ever, ever expect me to get over the loss of him, because no matter how many years go by, he will always be beside me, and it will always be, I will always be heartbroken about it. I will never be able to get over it. Time does heal things, but time can also make you think differently and ask different questions and wonder different things and realize different things that you wish you'd never realized. Even recently, like when I see people make a big deal out of little things, and you know, God bless them for wanting it perfect, but when something that massive has happened to you, you really learn to pick your fights and just not let the little things upset you, because once something so horrific, so deep, so, I mean, catastrophic happens in your life, there's not much that can really rock you. When my little brother passed away, my body did something I've never really seen it do before, which was within days, I basically just like ballooned out. And I know like stress and cortisol, like running through your body, you know, can do that. I tried everything healthy, you know, didn't matter what I ate, it didn't matter what I did. My body just was like, it was like protecting itself, like shielding itself from the world. Got to see these horrific paparazzi pictures of me coming out of his funeral, which happened in a very private place where we grew up, so it was shocking. And it just I didn't even recognize myself. And it was bringing out the agoraphobia in me as well, which isn't something I've always struggled with. I lived in sweatpants and t-shirts and things that swallowed me up and were not flattering on me. It took me so long to pick out an outfit that I felt comfortable enough in to just leave the house, go meet up with my friends. And so it became like that really bad, destructive hamster wheel of like, do I feel good enough to go out? I don't feel confident enough to, but if I don't go out and if I don't keep moving, then I'm never gonna move away from looking like this. I became desperate because I wanted to keep working, but I didn't want to go and be miserable on set, and I didn't want to go to fittings and look at myself in the mirror and hate everything that I saw on myself. My publicist and close friend, Casey Kitchen, I was venting to her, and she put me in touch with my personal trainer, Marnie, and Marnie is just this incredible human being. I've always hated working out. Her approach towards not just the exercise part, which is mind-boggling, but it's also the way that she goes about it. It's not a boot camp. It's not somebody yelling at you. It's not you leaving feeling disappointed in yourself. She knew when it was just the right time to push me a little harder by saying, like, you can do this, you're doing this for you. I promise you, like, it will never hurt as bad as it hurts right now, this time. Like, do it for you, girl. She became, a friend. She became a life coach. It's not easy for someone in my position to trust people, especially people I haven't known for a very long time, but she earned my trust, and I told her I would confide in her and confess everything, and she knew how to make you feel just empowered. She's beautiful, and she came out just like me. I mean, talk about nature versus nurture. I mean, this little girl literally came out. Not just her face, like, resembling mine, but she is my personality. She just is. I saw her in her school play once. It was more of like a Christmas special thing, and she was more concerned about directing the kid next to her in his steps than she was about what she was doing. And I was like, leaving this poor kid alone. Like, just do your stuff. And she's like, come on, man, like, turn around. What's wrong with you? Going like this in front of everyone. I was like, that's mine. That's my kid.
Maybe she'll be a director.
Yes, maybe she'll be a director. She golfs.
Wow.
She was training for golf, and even in the wintertime, she goes to those indoor ones with the screens. She plays chess. She was born, loving to swim, but horses are her life. I was sitting down with her and her dad, Wladimir, and he was telling me about this new school, and she just sat there like this, and he was telling me how she did not like to go to school, and I was like, why? And Vlad wanted to tell me. He said, why? Let me tell you why. Because some of her friends go to school by bus, and some of her friends get dropped off by their parents or their nanny, or they take this to school or that. And Kaya doesn't like to go to her school because she has to go to school by boat. And I, of course, found that hilarious, but I did appreciate so much that she wanted to be like every other kid.
Right.
That made my heart sing. As I get older, I get a little trepidatious about getting married. I just do love the idea of being with somebody who you get to choose them every single day. For the right person, there are certain things I would want, though, a certain place I would want both of us to be in our lives. And otherwise, I can always go and do it myself now. I'm in the midst of writing my autobiography, hopefully my first autobiography. And for somebody who's been in the spotlight for as long as I have been, I have always been honest, but I've kept as much as I could of my private life to myself. And with this one, I'm like, you're gonna meet the real me.